Welcome to this month's Head Gardeners video log. Today I'll be talking about the garden developments that are going on at the moment, a little technical piece on pruning hydrangeas, and my top plants of the month. One of the big development works that are going on over the winter is putting in this new walling at the bottom of Mallard Pond. We're putting in stone walling on either side and improving the planting around this area. So on the pond side, you'll have a Mediterranean border, which will give us good spring and summer colour, leading right the way through to the autumn. And on the other side, where the Parachute Regiment Memorial is, will be mostly succulents. We'll also have some stone benches in here, which will be available for adoption for those that want that fantastic view up through the valley. Other improvements include doing some work up in the bamboozle to improve the stream network and add to the planting interest there. We've also put in several new trees in various areas around the garden, including acers, magnolias and also betula. So these will give added interest for our visitors as they walk the garden. Grevillea rosemarinifolia, or the rosemary grevillea as it's commonly known, is a great plant for winter interest at Treba. It has lovely red flowers that are set off against that rosemary-like foliage, which stays evergreen, so it looks good throughout the year. Sarcococca confusa, or the sweet box as it's commonly known, is another one of those plants that doesn't have a particularly showy flower, but it more than makes up for that with a scent. A really strong, heady scent that carries for a long way. It can be seen flowering in particular around Alice's Seat, but at other locations around the garden. The cyclamens really do have a lot to offer, starting in the autumn with Cyclamen hederifolium, and at this time of the year, Cyclamen coum, which really stands out with its bright, vivid pink flowers, although you can get a white form as well. It also has those wonderful marbled, patinated leaves, which really do add to its appeal. Galanthus nivalis, or the common snowdrop as it is known, is one of those plants that really shouts at you that spring is not far away. It has those beautiful white nodding flowers with a light scent and lovely silvery foliage. Hellebores are a great addition to any garden and give you good colour leading all the way through to the spring. They look particularly good as you walk down along Radiata Path at Treba and love those shadier, moist spots where they do really well. Lonicera fragrantissima, also known as the winter honeysuckle, is one of those plants you just have to search out, just to find out where the scent's coming from. They have a very small, insignificant yellow flower, but the scent from it really does knock you out. Grevillea victoriae, or the royal grevillea as it's commonly known, is a great plant for us at Treba. Not only is it really hardy, but it has fantastic orange flowers through the winter. It also has a lovely silver foliage, which would indicate it has good salt tolerance. I just thought in this time of lockdown it'd be rather nice to give you a bit of a technical guide on how to prune your hydrangeas. We tend to prune them very early at Treba. The reason for that being we have a vast quantity of them to do, so it does take us a long time to go through them, around about 4 or 5 weeks. The first thing to bear in mind with the mop head hydrangeas is that they will flower on last year's wood. So you need to leave some of this older framework there for them to flower. You can cut them back hard, but do bear in mind you will lose the flower for that year. So what we tend to do is we'll cut them back down to about the 3rd bud, just above the bud, and then they'll break from that point, and then you get the flowers for this year. What we also tend to do is we'll take out about 1/3 of the old wood. It just allows for regeneration from the base, and you get the new shoots which will replace those in time. So you take it down as far as you can go, prune it down, and just take that out. And you'll automatically see you've already lost several shoots, but these will eventually be replaced with new shoots from the base. Strong, a healthy plant. You tend to open the frame up because it creates that bit of extra light and air into the plant and gives it the strength to produce a really strong display of flowers, larger flowers as well, and they tend to hold themselves better in the air, so when you get the wet they don't tend to flop down. The other thing to bear in mind when you're pruning, and that's a general rule of thumb for pruning, is you want to take out anything that's crossing and touching because it can cause disease, anything that's dead or dying. So just tidying up that framework and keeping the plant health to its optimum level.